Hey you guys, it's MJ. How are you? I hope the stream goes okay for you today. I know some of you mentioned that the connection's not great, and I'm in the countryside. And in fairness, like in the UK, it's kind of hit and miss wherever you go, which I swear is some systematic fucking conspiracy. Anywho, today I want to talk about the power of the people in a global shift and a global awakening. And it really hit me just a couple days ago. I mean, I've always sort of talked about it to a certain degree, but it really started to hit me as far as like waking people up and the continuation of this story of awakening that we're telling ourselves and we're telling one another. And resurges of, starting to meet more and more people who are into Eckhart Tolle and people who are really starting to endeavor this conscious transformation. And certainly more and more people just sort of waking up to the fact that our way of being, our old way of being, the systematic way of being, the economy, world war, like these things are like we're becoming exhausted by them, right? And more people, as we awaken, veils get lifted, we see through the bullshit, and it comes right back to you. It comes right back to us as the individual, the people, just people, right? And how we exchange energy and how we learn to be honest with one another and how we learn to honor our bodies and our desires and work with one another in those desires on that kind of big level, but also on that kind of more intimate level as well. So that's part of the big illusion. The illusion is that change happens from outside of us, and the truth is the change always happens from within. And a global shift just means that a bunch of people, enough people, that creates tipping point that sways consciousness, which means it's moving human consciousness to relate to itself and one another from a more loving perspective. It's that simple. It's really that simple, because when you make the shift, the answers become clear. When you make the shift, you realize that it's just about you agreeing with you and believing in you. Because once you believe in you, it's like everyone around you believes in you. And then every once in a while, you're reminded that there's 7 billion worlds and there's a whole bunch of people creating a whole bunch of worlds. And you get to create yours as well. That's the power of the people, reminding people or helping people realize that they're always the one creating and perceiving from within themselves. And a global shift just means more and more people relating from that reversal, from that reversal of the world's thinking, right? Relating to one another from their own perspective of unity rather than a distorted perspective of separation. So from that healed state, from that healed, unified perspective, together we can then unify and pioneer new visions, new models, and new systems for this world. So it's really exciting times. The global shift is out. It's happening. It really is. And you're part of it. Your part of it is your own awakening, your own ability to share your truth, your own like shining example, basically, like to be the example that you want to see in the world. That's your gift to the world. That is ultimately your highest joy as well. It's like you can't not be who you are, and you know who you are deep down. So once you kind of get into that, once you lock into that, you're gonna want to create everything from that place. There's just no going back, I swear. So have a really awesome day, you guys. I hope that you're loving yourself and that you're loving your life, even the shit you think you don't like. I hope you're loving that too. Have an awesome day, you guys. Peace out. Take care.